Hi guys, today we're going to be taking notes on powers and exponents. So on your table of contents, we're going to go ahead and do page 65, and we have powers and exponents. And this is for December 15th. Okay. Now, first we're going to have to fill out several vocabulary words. So today during class we went ahead and we glued in our vocabulary on page 63. So go to page 63. And the first vocabulary word we're going to be talking about is base. Okay. And this is page 503. So the base is the number used as a factor. Okay, and an easy way to remember is the bottom, base, bottom. They both start with the letter B, okay? Now, the second vocabulary word we're going to be filling out is exponent, and that one's on the back. Let me find it. Here it is. And this is also on page 503. So the exponent tells how many times a base is multiplied by itself. Okay? So the exponent is the little number at the top. Now the next vocabulary word we're going to be talking about is powers, and that one is right here. So powers is on page 504. So the numbers expressed using exponents. Okay, so basically the exponent and the powers are pretty much the same thing. It's just a different way of saying it. Okay. Then we're going to be talking about perfect squares, and that one is right here, right on top. So a perfect square are the squares of two numbers, whole numbers. And the last vocabulary word we're going to be filling out today is equivalent expression, okay, which is right here. So these are expressions that have the same value. Okay. So I know there were a lot of vocabulary words. Make sure that you go over them a couple of times because we will be going over these in class tomorrow. Alright, so now that we have our vocabulary done, go ahead and go back to your notebook on page 64. I'm sorry, 65. Okay, page 65. And we're going to be talking about powers and exponents. Okay, so we're going to do an example, and we have 10 to the second power. Okay, now this can be written as 10 times 10. Okay, now these two numbers right here, these are my factors. Okay, these two numbers are my factors. This number right here is the base. Okay, remember base, bottom. And this number right here is the exponent. And the exponent is telling you how many times am I going to multiply this 10 by itself. So I'm going to multiply 10 twice. So if you multiply 10 times 10, that's going to give you 100. Now we're going to do some examples together. So the first one we have 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Okay? So if I have 6, I'm multiplying 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. That means I have 6, which is my base. Okay? Because those are the factors that I'm multiplying. And how many times did I multiply that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 would be my exponent. I'm multiplying 6 times itself 4 times. Okay, let's do another example. If I have 4 times 4 times 4, again, I have 3 factors. The base is 4, and I'm multiplying it 3 times. So 4 is the base, and 3 would be the exponent because I'm multiplying it 3 times. Okay. Now we're going to go backwards this time. We're going to start with the exponential form. So let's say we have 5 to the 6th power. We have to write it 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Because I'm multiplying 5 6 times by itself. Okay. Now we can also use fractions and decimals. The same rule applies. So the next example, if I have 1.5 to the 3rd power, I still have to multiply 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5. Okay? You still multiply. This is still the base. This is still the exponent, and it's telling you how much I'm going to multiply the number. Okay? Now, the last problem we're going to do as our notes is going to be in fraction form. Okay? So let's say that we have 1/2 to the 7th power. Okay? So again, this is still my base, this is still my exponent, so I have to multiply 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I multiply 1/2 7 times. Okay? And then, if you actually want to find your answer, you still use the same rules that we use when we multiply fractions. You multiply all the numerators, and you multiply all the denominators, and then that would be your final answer. Okay? But right now we're just going to be focusing on going between, this is called exponential form, and this is called factor form. So this is okay, and this is okay. And it's pretty easy to remember because here exponential form has an exponent, and factor form you can see all of your factors, okay? All of the numbers that you're multiplying, okay? So make sure you remember these two as well, okay? Thank you.